Good morning. Here we are at the 5th Annual Vibrant Living Expo with Janie Rezner. And she's an amazing woman who has really been holding the energy of the mother. She has an amazing radio station where she interviews women, the wisdom of women, every week. Once a month. She makes an amazing music instruments that are profound. I've heard them last year. Beyond this, so you're in for a beautiful treat with a woman of wisdom. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for coming. I'm very happy to be here and grateful to be here and be part of this truly wonderful event and to be able to bring the mother into it. This is my sculpture, She, blessing us all. Indeed. There are handouts, I hope you have one, with references for the information that I'll be citing in my talk. And I'll give more information out at the end of the talk. I will be playing a triple-chambered ocarina. This is an instrument I make from clay that plays 3 tones at once. Generally, when I speak, I have my synthesizer, so I'm playing background music under my words. That couldn't happen today. So you'll have to imagine that there is music playing. Awakening to the Mother. My thesis is that once upon a time we lived in peace and harmony on Mother Earth, in gratitude for the gift of life. Although that time has been erased from our conscious memory and our most history books, it did exist. We see the desperate state of our world today. How did we get here? Where does violence come from? Exploring these questions, I propose that we can dare to reclaim our birthright of peace on earth and find our way back into the wisdom of the mother. I heard a black activist elder the other day eloquently speak of the importance of holding the suffering and abused peoples and creatures of the earth always in the center of your world vision. As we move toward new and old ways to heal our earth, it is important that we be aware that much suffering is going on at this very moment. This suffering must be acknowledged. Think, how would we feel if the shoe were on the other foot? I believe change is happening here and there and will finally come together in a grand culmination, making us realize that an extraordinary wisdom has brought us together. A wisdom beyond all that we can fathom. A wisdom that continues to expand before our eyes and hearts. My name is Janie Rezner. I also write and paint under the Indian name Oaxaca, which means Yellow Banks, and is the name of a little Illinois town nestled on the banks of the Mississippi, where my mother and her mother before her for 4 generations grew up. I've been singing all of my life, inspired by listening to my mother's beautiful alto voice. My mother, Zelda, who was 40 when I was born, was extraordinarily talented and capable and beautiful. Everything she touched was made beautiful by her hand. My dad, Jay, was a farmer, and I walked and rode the tractor as a child beside my gentle and silent dad. A dad who never said a mean thing to me, who never scolded me. We farmed 160 acres on the same land that his father and his father before him for 4 generations farmed. I would have been a 5th generation farmer if I'd stayed on the land. After graduating from Monmouth College, majoring in music, I married and raised my 3 children in Davenport, Iowa, at a time when neither the words relationship nor sexual abuse existed, and where much was suffered, especially by my children. After 46 years in the Midwest, I moved to Berkeley, California, and received a master's degree in clinical psychology in 1983 from John F. Kennedy University. I was searching for healing for my children and myself, and expecting to be a healer in the world. Instead, I began a profound spiritual journey, initiated by the heart-wrenching separation from a man I had come to deeply love, Ed Jackson, a man I recognized as my soulmate. The loss of the mother, the sacred feminine, crushed by the patriarchal domination of the maternal spirit, a spirit that once filled the world with love and compassion, and the subsequent devastating abuse of our planet Earth and all her inhabitants was powerfully revealed to me through that crack in the cosmic egg. Art in many forms emerged from that painful opening, and my journey continues. My life is devoted to heralding the return of the great ancestress from the depths of each of our souls into awakening consciousness. I share my journey in the hopes that other women and men may not only be encouraged in your own awakening, but emboldened to take a stand and say, no more, and mean it. I call on the grandmothers to step forth and claim our rightful place as the keepers of wisdom by virtue of our life experience. We live in a world gone awry, a violence-ridden world, a world where all its creatures, great and small, along with the air and water and soil, are poisoned and dying, where greed, violence, and perversion reign. We find ourselves at the logical conclusion of patriarchy, the suffocation of life on earth. Underneath war and all other forms of violence lies a single cause, the absence of the sacred feminine, exemplified by the denigration of the mother and her love, the denial of the wisdom of the grandmother.